People have been forcibly arrested in Washington for dancing at the Thomas Jefferson Memorial. Among those held were RT America presenter Adam Kokesh. He joins us live now from Washington to tell us exactly what happened here. Adam, very good evening. Good to see you. So what exactly did happen then? Take us through it.
Well, you can see from the video footage that what we were doing was entirely peaceful. We were expressing ourselves through dance and actually there to express our objection to a court ruling from Monday that said that dancing was prohibited because it was not in spirit with the memorial and the way that Thomas Jefferson himself wanted to be remembered. And I knew right away that that was another absurd piece of government crap, and we had to stand up against that and say, no, that's not acceptable. First of all, you don't have a legal definition of what dancing is to begin with, and I think Thomas Jefferson would want to be remembered by a place of freedom rather than a place where expression is suppressed.
Yeah, Adam, we're just looking at the pictures there over your shoulder. We actually saw you being forcibly thrown down to the ground. I mean, the police reaction was pretty brutal, wasn't it, just for silent dancing?
Well, in the United States, you have to understand something about police force, the police force here. It's really just the bad apples that give the other 5% a bad name. And the police force in America does not exist for public safety. It does not exist to provide for the needs of the people. It does not exist to solve crimes or hunt down criminals. It exists to generate revenue for the government and control the population. And what we did in our demonstration yesterday was expose the true brutal nature of the police force and the kind of people, the kind of thugs, the mentality of those that make up that police force, the people that think it's okay to body slam somebody and choke somebody because they're doing something that you don't like. And their excuse yesterday was that what we were doing was causing a disturbance at the memorial and essentially making it impossible for other people to enjoy the memorial. And if you compare that to the disturbance caused by their arrest, which led to them shutting the memorial itself down for about 30 minutes, they were clearly the greater disturbance.
Yeah, Adam, I mean, as well as highlighting that, going back to what you're talking about just now, it's the whole principle of it. The dancers say the police violated their right to free expression. It does contradict, doesn't it, the US Constitution that guarantees the freedom of speech and meetings.
Well, you know, about the body slam, to be fair, I don't know if you saw the part before the body slam in the video, but if you look at what I was doing, a lot of people are saying there's no way you could get arrested for dancing because you can't dance. And I certainly appreciate that. I don't think it meets the cultural definition of dancing, what I was doing, let alone any legal definition of dancing. But if there is some legal definition that says moving a body in a rhythmic way of some kind legally qualifies as dancing, you know, I got to give it to the officers, because if you see that video, clearly I deserved what I had coming.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't get any prizes for your dancing moves. But no, the protesters say they're going to be back next Saturday. Will we see more violent clashes than with police? Well, you're going as well then again, yeah?
Yes, we are. No, it was I'm organizing the event on Facebook. We put it up last night as soon as we got home from this thing, as soon as I got out of jail. And I want to thank everybody who phoned into the police department here demanding our release, and I think it was responsible for how quickly we were released, given the circumstances. There were calls coming in, flooding the police department before we even got booked. So thank you to everybody, but really, if you want to support this cause, if you want to stand up to oppression in the United States, if you want to stand up to the police force that's out of control, join us next Saturday at noon at the Jefferson Memorial. All you got to do is dance. Bring your headphones. You can rock out. Bring your air guitars. We're going to have a good time, because the best revenge, in fact, I think the only revenge worth having, is living well. So we're going to go out. We're going to have fun. We're going to stick it to them again and say, you know what? You can't stop us from dancing just because you think it's okay to physically abuse people. We had a reporter there from a local NBC affiliate who got kicked out of the memorial and didn't even report it. I mean, that's how sad the American corporate media is, and that's why it's so important that there's a station like RT America here broadcasting an alternative perspective. These guys were there. They were filming. They interviewed me before the event. They got it all on camera. They had their cameraman in there recording this thing, and the cops kicked him out. They failed to report that fact or any of the incidents of police brutality that happened yesterday.
But as you say, Adam, we're showing what went on, and not afraid to show your dance moves either. Adam Kokesh from Washington.